Alright, who wants a throwback? Does anyone recognise this? You might, or you might not. But this is nicknamed Empty Building Simulator. I think the official name is, I'm not really sure the pronunciation, I'll just type it on screen. And it's a building with some lifts to ride, and we're going to go take an explore of it. Last time I uploaded anything related to this was like late 2017, like very late, I'm talking like late December or very early 2018, so we're talking over 7 years since I last had a look around this, and I think that recording was probably somewhat interesting given how long ago it was and what I was recording on. So we're going to take a look at this. Now, you might be wondering, how do we gain access? The access is through the stairwells, which is located on the other side of the building. So what we're going to do, take a quick pan of the landscape first, and then through the magic of editing, we'll get round very fast to the other side of the building. Let's just take a wee look around first. This is actually the only part where there's really some sort of slightly different landscape around here. Got these little mini islands sort of thing going on here. The rest of it's just sort of this landscape that just wraps around all the way. So with that being said, it is time to increase speed and make our way around. That took like 25 seconds just to get here, so you can tell I sped it up. Not really much going on here, but it's just what this area looks like. Got one of the stairwells just over here, so we will head on in. I think this way is open, yes. Now I'm going to take a look down here on this floor first, because I think this floor was either meant to be something or it's, I doubt it's meant to be like this, but this is like extremely incomplete. It's like, you know what this game gives me feeling of? Gives me feeling of the creator made it to sort of get a sort of learn the ropes of Unity, because this is made in Unity, and then once they sort of were comfortable with it, they sort of just left it and went on to bigger and better things. Because I think were this a complete building, you wouldn't be seeing walls floating above very uneven ground and a lift that doesn't actually serve here, because there is actually a lift button for this floor, but it doesn't actually go to this floor. But with that being said, let's get up the stairs into a more complete looking floor, shall we? Let's go have a look around floor 1 once we get up these stairs. And yeah, that's another thing, the sort of incomplete glass definitely gives the idea. When you press E to open that door, it automatically closes. There's the lift. We'll ride that in a little bit. There's 2 lifts here in total. And it's, yeah, it does sort of look like a block of flats, you know? So it gives that idea. Take a look in this one. Oh, not close enough to the door. This is what it looks like in this one. I mean, it's, if it's meant to be a block of flats, it's not exactly the sort of luxury living or anything, but I suppose it kind of does the job for testing the ropes. This is probably be a doorbell, but doesn't do anything. Very nice looking number 1, definitely not in any way looking a bit silly. I think in this corner is actually a one with 2 rooms. Yeah, this one's got 2 rooms. It's got 3 rooms. I was wrong. So you've got this little room in here, or whatever. The floor's kind of phasing a bit of Z fighting, you know. And you've got this room, which is a bit bigger. It's got curtains in it. This room doesn't have curtains. This one doesn't have a light, so lucky it's daytime or it might be a bit dark. Wait, there's another door. Ah! That went wrong. Hold on. Let's just do that. Now I do this. Would you look at that? Again, no light. But this is a very messy arrangement of doors. However, 3 separate rooms off from that one. How many rooms does this one have? Yep, that's just, okay, just the one. Let me just see if this has got a second room. Nope, not even that one does. So we've got one whole one on this side. That does it, and I'm going to assume that none of the others have got more rooms, although this one looks like it could. Nope, I was wrong, again. reach. Figuring out what the reach is on these things is interesting. That's definitely... Surely this is only one. Surely this doesn't have two in it. It doesn't have two, but it does have a corner. Really scraping for luxury features. There's the other lift. I also have to be kind of careful when I'm recording this, because despite the fact that it looks like I've got a mouse pointer in free look mode, my actual mouse pointer is still technically running loose. So I'm just going to have to keep an eye that it doesn't wander over to my other monitor and press stuff when I'm trying to use lifts or something. Anyway, in here, oh, we've got an interesting corner in here, but I think neither of these are going to have additional rooms. No. So the answer is there's only one, I guess, apartment with additional rooms. And it's got 3, so it's literally just hogging them all from all the rest of the apartments. All the floors here are the same, so we'll take some trips in the first of the lifts now. This is what the lift looks like. It's got dual speed doors and brilliant colliders. It's just like one solid collider just turns on when the doors start closing. There's your manufacturer, Trier Ausbau or something like that. Please don't get mad at me if I pronounce that wrong. It's a German name, I think it is. Capacity 900 kills, 12 persons. Made in 2006. Game's probably a little bit nearer than that. Emergencies. Emergency phone. Key switch, no idea what that does. It doesn't actually do anything. And there's that button there. It looks like it's got a G on it. That's for the floor that's not complete. Got an open. You've got an alarm, which I don't think does anything. Indicator's actually got a bit of a reflection of the ceiling. And there's your cab view. So let us take a couple of round trips. And I did just have to grab my mouse from my other monitor there, so that was a good thing that I was keeping on top of that. Lift runs single speed, even though it probably shouldn't. Go back down and I'll not talk this time. Eight. Send that one down, because we can actually do it if we time it well. And there it goes, and in the game's infinite wisdom and power, you can hear the lift sound at full volume the whole time. Including the doors. 8. Let's go up the stairs and take a look at the roof level, and then we'll ride the other lift. Oh, what was I colliding against there? It's odd. It's frosted glass. And this door with the glass that looks like it's having a fun time. Things in here? No things. No things. No things. Can I do that? Thank you. And we're on the roof. This is actually a fully modelled bin. Well, it's got the same texture inside as it does outside, which is not quite optimal. Got them things over here. Actually quite a lot of plants and things up here. I believe I can use space to jump. Yes, I can. Just about. It doesn't really do much. You get a view of the surrounding landscapes. And some very suspicious coloured gas coming out of that particular funnel. Surely that's not a problem at all. Surely everything's fine there. Uh-huh, yep. All fine. Can I jump at all? Nope, but you can kind of see where the world ends, but still not a bad view. And I mean, to be honest, like, you can tell sort of the age of the game, right? But it still doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look bad by any means. Even though you can tell it was made a long time ago and hasn't really seen much update since. And you can tell it's not exactly in a finished state. It doesn't look too bad at all. It really doesn't. Actually, I think there was something in here. Things in here I didn't look at. Let's open this up. And this one. Oh, there's just that, I guess. I thought there was something in here. Maybe it's around the side of it. Hold on. No? No, okay, so apparently in here you just have whatever that was meant to be. Could have been sure there was something in there. Anyway, I'll go down the other side because we haven't been in the lift on this side yet. Whatever that is there. Head back down to 8 and see if we catch any strange collisions. I'm going to do a right hand turn there, just to keep the mouse from wandering over to the other side of my screen. Interesting ceiling height choices going on. And we're at the other lift. It's pretty much the same as the other one, except everything's on the opposite side. Can't remember if that's the same serial number or if there's a different serial number there or not. But we'll take it down to level 1. Oh yeah, also the key just disappears on this one. It's got a mirror effect, sort of a half-functioning mirror effect. Like it's got textures, but not very well aligned. Key's back. Yeah, I think the mirrored lift is actually wider than the regular one. Yeah, it is. Just go another round trip. But yeah, it's kind of like what I did in Skyscraper, where I just sort of built a replica of the lift, almost. Maybe a slightly more simplistic version with lower poly textures, but you get the idea. Go up to 8. Go up to 8 again, why not? Because I want to check the serial number, so we're going to ride up to 8 and then get the other lift. So, fabrication number 062438, remember that. Key. Watch the lift go. There it goes, and you can kind of tell which lights in the building are actually set to emit light. The rest of them are just textures, pretty much. That one actually emits light. I have to call... This game is being weird for its collisions today. We'll call this lift. Maybe this game just doesn't like Windows 11 all that much. Maybe that's all it is. Okay. Where's my mouse? There it is. 062438. Yep, it's the same number. Now there you go, eh? There's also not like the sign here that was here in the other lift. We'll exit this lift here, because that's as high as we can go. And we will finish up sort of back where we started, on the opposite side. Can I just sort of sneak through this gap? Nope, not quite. But what I can do is sneak out this little gap here. But you can't go back through it because it's too low. Make it make sense. But this is... the building looks like you can see all the different colours there for the different floors. Through the tinted glass, of course, and frosted glass, whatever you want to call it. Which side will we finish on? I will just go back along the island here. But I hope you enjoyed this little throwback. It's been quite a while since I've been here, and you can tell like there's window frames missing and that. It's definitely not a project that was ever completed or ever really going to be completed. But nonetheless, it's still interesting to explore, you know? Got some interesting little details, different sort of things that work how you expect or don't work how you expect, given the sort of state it was left in, but you know what? It's interesting to have a look at, and that's what matters, isn't it? So with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching this little throwback video, Empty Building Simulator. Hope you enjoyed it, and for this video, that is going to be it. Thank you for watching.